James Board here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through a full day of eating. So as you know, I'm now out of my dieting phase. I'd class it as a gaining phase, but the reality is I'm probably hovering more around maintenance and just kind of pulling myself out of that hole, letting my body stabilize on these calories before we push up that slight bit higher. But I'm eating at the moment 2,700 calories, so I'm going to be taking you through my day and kind of showing you what I eat basically. I'm tracking macros at the moment still, so I'm going for the more flexible approach. My first meal, I have 120 grams of chicken breast, 100 grams of green beans, 100 grams of iceberg lettuce, 100 grams of cucumber, and I have 15 grams of light mayo. So that's my first meal. I'm not generally hungry in the morning, so I tend to go something which is a little low carb, because what I find is when I eat carbs in the morning, it spikes my appetite massively. So I hold off on carbs for my first meal. My second meal will be my pre-workout meal, which I'll take you guys through as well. It's now 7 o'clock, so me and Kianna woke up, had a green tea. That's what I always have in the morning, so it's like a Moroccan green tea. It's got 0 calories in it. We then go for our 5,000 step walk through JVC, come back, make meal one. I'm going to do a couple of hours of work, head off to the gym and hit legs. So my next meal will be my pre-workout meal, which I'll take you through as well, but I'm going to put the calories and macros for this first meal, and I've obviously got a coffee as well. At this now, I'm going to get on with a little bit of work. I've got some client check-ins and I've got a setup to do as well before we go to the gym, and then I'll take you guys through briefly my leg session as well, and I'll just show you guys what I'm eating throughout the day, so stay tuned. So guys, it's now 9:30, I've done a couple of hours work, and Kianna and I are about to start getting ready for the gym. So before I make my pre-workout meal, I always make up my pre and intra-workout shakes. So I'm just going to quickly take you through what I have pre and intra-workout. So up first, I have 2 scoops of Pride by EHP Labs. So this isn't my favorite flavor, this is the blue slushy flavor. My favorite flavor, if you're going to go get yourself some, is sour green apple. So I have 2 scoops of that pre-workout. Intra-workout, I have 3 to 4 scoops, so it works out to be about 20 grams of Beyond EAA/BCAAs by EHP Labs again. This is a Fijian pineapple flavor. That is my favorite flavor. Second favorite, very close favorite, is the grape flavor. And with that, I have 1 scoop of glutamine, 1 scoop of create, which is a creatine, 2 grams of salt as well. So that will all be intra-workout. Okay, so second meal is going to be pre-workout meal. It'll be Kianna's first meal, but as always we're going for protein oats. So I'm going to teach you properly. I know I showed you my protein oats in the previous video, but this time I'm actually going to be taking you through a full tutorial on how to actually make protein oats. So hopefully a lot of you are going to benefit out there. But I'm going to go with 90 grams of oats. I'm going to split it across 2 bowls as it makes them a little bit better. You're going to want a slightly deeper dish. We find that when we go for like a bigger dish, that's a bit wider, it doesn't come out as fluffy, because these weren't really fluffy. So we're going to go 45 grams of oats in here. Obviously these ratios are going to be based on the 45 grams of oats, so if you want different ratios, you can use different ratios. I'm going to go with 300 milliliters of water in that. And then we just pop them in the microwave. I don't have a specific time to put them in the microwave, as our microwave hasn't got numbers on it. It's a stupid like twisty dial. So I'm going to just twist it. But I'll take it out in a second, I'll stir it, I'll keep stirring it and checking it until it's hot. And that's when we add the protein. If you're someone who just chucks the protein in at the beginning, which I used to do before Kianna taught me, then you're an idiot and you need to learn from here. You're not an idiot, that was me. But you'll learn, trust me, it's going to come out amazing. So I'll check in with you when it comes out and when it's hot, and I'll show you how it's looking. Okay guys, so now out of the microwave, I did check them once and they weren't hot. They look kind of like that at the minute, okay? So that's how you kind of want them to look. And then you put the spoon in your mouth, it's hot, okay? When it's warm, it means it's not ready yet. So you kind of want to get it to a point where it's almost ready. You then put in the protein. So the best protein that we find that works, and I know I'm sponsored by them, so it seems like a plug, is EHP Labs Isopet. I'm going to go for 20 grams of that. The reason I use this one over other ones is it makes them very fluffy. So as I said in the previous video, there were some delivery orders with EHP Labs because they come from Australia. We've tried a few different protein shakes out while we've been here, and Kianna is the queen of oats, and she also agrees that EHP Labs is the best protein for oats. So if you want to get some, use my code BOARDTWINS, same as the pre and intra workout stack. If you want to try them out, use my code BOARDTWINS at checkout and you get a bit of a discount, and you also help me out as well, so that would be cool. Best flavour for the oats is the vanilla ice cream or the chocolate delicante. I've not tried the peanut butter puffs with the oats, but I reckon they'd be good as well. So just stir them in. It's going to look a little bit lumpy at the beginning, but once we put it back in the microwave and it heats up, we'll be able to mix it that little bit better. Okay, so that's that one. So pop that back in. We're going to check on it in about 30 to 40 seconds, and then we're going to give it a stir, and then you'll start to see it's going to start looking a little bit more how we want it. Okay guys, so that's now out of the microwave. It's starting to look a little bit thicker. It's definitely not done yet. So like I said, those lumps will start to disappear now, starting to go thick. If you'd put the protein shake in before this, the protein shake would burn, and that's what I was doing at the beginning, and that's why Kianna corrected me. So it's starting to look a bit fluffier. I've got the other bowl of oats in the microwave now because I do two. So I'll pop this back in now, just for the finishing touches, and I'll show you guys how it's looking at the end, and I'll show you what toppings I use as well. We now have the finished product. If you have a little look, we have some very, very fluffy protein oats. So if you're someone who's out there that likes oats, you want to try some protein oats, definitely recommend this. Here's one that I made earlier. Not really, I actually just have 2 bowls of oats. So this is just one with toppings. So I'm gonna go for, in total over the 2 bowls, I have 90 grams of oats, I've got 40 grams of protein, and I've got 175 grams of banana, and then I just add cinnamon as well, so that's the cinnamon. So I've tried to make it look a bit pretty, but as you can see, it's not my forte. So I'm gonna mix this all in. I'll show you actually how it looks. All mixed in. So, like I said, just banana, cinnamon. You can add whatever toppings that you like. So Kianna always goes strawberries and cinnamon, just because it's lower cal. Obviously bananas start to add up. So if you're on like a dieting phase or whatever, you could potentially add some lower calorie fruits, and even some like, what do we use? We've got, it's not in the fridge, but some like 0 calorie maple and things like that. But that's how the finished product looks. Might look a little gross, or it might look amazing to you depending on who you are, but they come out amazing. That is our Kianna's actually protein oat recipe. So tag me in all your creations, etc. But we're gonna get these down now, and then we're gonna head to the gym. I'll probably pop a couple of snippets of my leg day in there, but for the most part this vlog is gonna be for the full day of eating. I'm gonna put the macros and calories of this meal on the screen here, and then get this one down, and then we can head to the gym. Ready? What are you training there?
Upper.
Upper, nice one. So we're now at the gym, hitting legs. It's a solo session today, so I'm by myself. I'm going to quickly run you through the structure of my workout. I'm not going to take you through the whole thing. You can see some snippets, which is why I'll quickly run you through how I structure it now and why. So first of all, we're going to start off with an adductor. The reason we start off with an adductor is because we're really going to be able to load our adductors at the start of the workout, whereas if we tag it in on the end, they're going to be heavily compromised. We're not going to be able to shift anywhere near as much weight. So we're going to put them at the beginning. It's not going to take away from our compound list, but it is going to mean that we can build those really nice strong adductors by having them at the start. We're then going to go onto a lion hamstring curl, trying to bring up our hammies. Most people neglect their hamstrings, something that I highly advise that you place at the beginning of your workout rather than just tagging hammies on at the end. We'll then go on to a leg extension. We're going to warm our quads up this way. That way we haven't got to dive straight into our compounds. This will technically take away slightly from our compound list, or it can do in the most cases, but it's going to keep us safer. Also is the only exercise where we're going to be able to get our quads into that fully shortened position. So you think when you go onto I'll use a leg press for example, or a squat, you're never going to fully lock out your legs, and if you do, it unloads the weight off your quads. Okay, so you're never going to get your quads fully loaded in that shortened position, apart from on a leg extension where you're able to fully extend your quad, fully get it into that shortened position. So it makes sense to place this here. We're then going to go on to 2 compounds. First compound is going to be a hack squat. we'll then go on to a leg press, and then we'll do most likely a dumbbell Romanian deadlift just to finish off our hamstrings, and then we'll go on to our calf raises. So that is going to be the structure of the workout. 2 sets per exercise, a load and a back off. We're chucking some intensifiers here and there as well, but that is the general structure, but we're going to get into it, guys.
Some give it up, some give it up, some give it up to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, stand up and say, well, woman, the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature, will shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I'm in a papa, you can be the mom.
We're now back from the gym. We've been back for about 45 minutes to an hour now, so this for me is quite late for my post-workout meal. I've had a small amount of it, but I had a consult to jump on, so I had to quickly jump on there, finish that one up now. But I'm going to take you through my post-workout meal, which is going to be a protein shake. So the way that we make our shakes, we're going to go half a tray of ice. This is how we make them nice, okay guys? So if you're the sort of person, I can't even get the ice out. So once again, if you're the sort of person who just mixes your protein shake up in an actual shaker, especially in a dieting phase, then you're a psychopath. So we're going to make it nice. We're going to go half a tray of ice. We're going to go for 100 grams of frozen strawberries, 200 ml of water, and then 1 scoop of Isopept again from EHP Labs. So we'll pop that one in there now. Oh, it didn't come out that thick. Usually it comes a bit thicker, but the strawberries aren't fully frozen, guys. But that's how we do our shake. So alongside the shake, we're going to have some cereal. We're going to go for some Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. I usually wouldn't go for these, I'd usually go Cocoa Pops, but Sam left like 3 boxes of these when he went back to UK, so I'm taking advantage of that. I've already had 50 grams of this because I felt like I was going to pass out post-workout before my consult. So we've got another 50 grams, so it's going to be 100 grams of Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs. It's going to be 40 grams of Isopept. We've got 100 grams of strawberries and obviously just water. And I pop the macros and calories for this meal on this screen here. And then I'm going to get this down before I pass out because I feel like I'm actually going to pass out. Okay guys, we're now in for meal number 4. So meal number 4 is going to be some homemade pizzas with Kianna. We would usually do this as our last meal for dinner. We like to have something nice together. However, I've got a consult call at 7 and that's usually the time that we eat. I've just been doing some work at the desk. I've had a Oxy Shred can. So this is a legit rocket fuel. This isn't my favorite flavor. Favorite flavors, strawberry kiwi, but we're gonna make some pizzas regardless, so we're gonna get stuck in with that now. The oven is getting preheated, the stuff is ready, so we're gonna take you through our homemade pizzas. Okay, so Kianna, being the macro queen that she is, when she first got here, she found some really low cal bases. They're basically only about 50 calories per base, so it works out an absolute treat. I'm gonna go 50 grams of this tomato sauce. Once again, really, really low calorie on these, so it pays to have Kianna here. Getting absolutely ravenous between meals at the minute as well. And I know Kianna's the same, so apologies if it looks like I'm rushing stuff. Like when we get to our meals at the moment, we're just ready to absolutely stuff our faces. So that's how we're gonna go with this. So we're gonna go 50 grams of sauce on the pizza. We're gonna go for 200 grams of capsicum across the 2 pizzas, and then 100 grams of chicken across the 2 pizzas now. So we're gonna make them up now. Okay guys, so as you can see, pizzas are ready. I'm having 2, but the way that our oven works, they cook one of mine and Kianna's first, and then the other 2 cook slower. So we've still got the other 2 in the oven, but this is how they both look. We've got the 2 bases. I've got 50 grams of the light mozzarella. I've got 100 grams of chicken. I've got I think it's about 100 grams of the tomato base, then I've got 200 grams of capsicum across the 2 pizzas. So we're going to tuck into these now. I'm going to put the macros and calories for these pizzas on the screen here. I'm going to have some low calorie ketchup, so it's like 10 calories per serving in there, so I won't track that. I probably should. Kianna will tell me I should, but I won't. But we're going to dig into these, going to really enjoy these. I'm feeling so hungry, so we're going to get stuck in, and I'll catch you guys in the next and final meal. Cheers. Yum. Quick keeks, quick. Yo guys, I've just got off my console. It is 8 p.m. and we're about to have the final meal of the day. Kianna's over there making her oats. I'm gonna have eggs and chicken sausages on toast. So I actually have quite a lot of calories left, and we have some low calorie bread. So I'm gonna go for, it's gonna be 4 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, 2 chicken sausages, and 5 pieces of bread. So I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hungry. We're gonna have this and wind down. So I'm gonna get stuck into this, show you guys the finished product, and then obviously get stuck into it. Okay guys, so that is my final meal of the day. We've got 5 slices of bread. We've gone for a low-cal bread. Kianna finds them, and this is where I would stress the importance of having the lower calorie options. Like if you go through the supermarket, you can compare different items and it's going to make your life a hell of a lot nicer when you're in a dieting phase. We've got the 2 chicken sausages, 4 egg whites, and 2 whole eggs. I'm going to put the macros for this meal on the screen here. The total for my day is around 2,700 calories. I'll put the full macro breakdown of my day on the screen here as well. But I just wanted to quickly express the importance of this reverse dieting phase. So obviously I've come out at the end of that dieting phase. My body was fatigued, my calories were low. What a lot of people will do when they come out of this dieting phase is use it as an excuse to eat everything under the sun, which I promise you, if you're that person, I highly advise you don't do that. You'll end up putting on unnecessary body weight, which is just going to undo all of your hard work. Being strict in this reverse dieting phase is very important if you want to maximize your progress in your off season, just so you can reverse out, stabilize your body, make sure you're in a good spot, and add calories as and when you need to. So yes, I'm hungry at the moment. Yes, it looks like I've had a lot of food, but my body, I'm telling you, is wanting more. So if you're out there, if you're finishing a dieting phase, make sure you come out slowly. But I'm going to wrap this vlog up here anyway, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, comment, let me know what you want to see more of below. And if you haven't already, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Cheers, guys.